Hi everyone, so welcome to my channel. So today we're going to talk about Rockwood Cemetery and the history about it. So let's see. So Rockwood Cemetery has been operated since 1867, making it one of the oldest working cemeteries in Australia. Today, Rockwood serves as a significant and fascinating source of Australian history, dating from Victorian to more recent times. Traditional owners, they have trust acknowledges the people has a traditional custodians of the land upon which Rockwood Cemetery is located. People are part of the oldest continuous culture in the world, and we formally pay respect to the elders, past and present. So they're the DHARUG, which I can't pronounce, I'm so sorry. So 1970, not 1970, 1792 to 1861 is the Cathedral Close. So the Cathedral. Sydney's first cemetery is known as an old burial ground, was situated where Sydney Town Hall stands today. The cemetery served the colony up to 1820 when it was replaced by the Devonshire Street Cemetery located where Sydney Central Station is now. Early 1840s, this burial ground was becoming overcrowded and the need for a new cemetery was apparent. In 1860, an advertisement appeared in the government gazette seeking land for this purpose to be located between Sydney and Parramatta. 1862 to 1875 is the Nicoporis at Haslam's Creek. In 1862, the government purchased 200 acres of land at Haslam's Creek from Mrs. Cohen and Benjamin, for which they received the sum of £10 per acre. With the passing of the Nicoporis Act of 1867, the Nicopolis at Humus Creek was established. The first burial reported to take place in 1867 when the body of John Whalen, an 18-year-old, was laid to rest. In 1875, cemetery's grounds were described as being tastefully laid out in scrubs and parterres divided by neatly kept paths. Chapels has been erected for each denomination. The style of architect has been generally known. Modern Gothic. 1872 to 1912. Rockwood is a pleasant name, and residents of Haslam's Creek began agitating for a change of name to their suburb to be removed its association with the cemetery. A local resident, Mr. Slee, suggested naming the suburb Rockwood, saying Rockwood is a pleasant name and a very appropriate one in this case, for there are many crows in the neighbourhood. The local railway station and suburb were renamed Rockwood and were commonly known by this name by 1878. 1913 to 1947, a special part of Sydney Rail Network. By 1913, Rockwood residents complained that once again their suburb was too closely associated with a cemetery, which was gradually adopted the name by the railway station. The suburb's name was again changed, and this time to Lidcombe, a combination by the names of two former majors of the town, Lidbury and Larcombe. The cemetery continued to be known as Rockwood. Rockwood was a significant part of the Sydney rail network, with special funeral trains running from purpose-designed receiving houses, beginning at Regent Street in the city and ending in the centre of Rockwood. Twice daily operates, and tickets were one shining a chilli each way. Well, a shilling. One way. However, corpses travelled free, so the dead would actually travel free. 1913 to 1947 is a Rockwood crematorium. Now, it was opened in 1925 and the remains of the oldest operating cremation or crematorium in Australia. Australia's population in 2 world wars during these years is represented, and in as many funerals and burials of those who served. The Australian War Graves section was established in 1945, featuring more than 15,000 rose bushes. 1948 to 1980 is the Mortuary Station. So in 1948, after 80 years of service, the historic Mortuary Station ceased operations due largely to the rise of motor vehicles as a form of transport. Built from Bryant sandstone, the station at Rockwood had been praised for its beautiful ornamentation when it was originally built. It was gradually fell into disrepair and eventually sold in 1951 to Reverend Mr. Buckle for £100. It was dismantled brick by brick and transported to Canberra in 83 semi-trailers, where it was converted into the All Saints Church in England, in Canberra. A 1981 to 2011 transcribing monuments. The idea of strong general information on a computer database was discussed as a possibly in 1981. A call went out for volunteers from the Society of Australian Genealogists to assist with the process of just transferring information from Rockwood Cemetery's headstones, and around 90 people gathered to assist with what became known as the Rockwood Project. By this time, it was thought that around 1 billion burials had been taking place at Rockwood, and over the next 7 years, the volunteers revisited Rockwood Cemetery on many Sunday mornings to continue the transcribing a process of one volunteer likened to loading a truck full of sand with a teaspoon. 2012 to today, right? New South Wales Cemetery legislation reforms. Okay, so with New South Wales. I know, you guys, it's gonna be some bloopers in here. Woo! So New South Wales Cemetery. Right, Rockwood General Cemetery was established in 2012. This united the Adelaide General Independent Jewish and Muslim Trust that had formerly managed Rockwood. So each year over 1,900 interments and communities are performed. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. Representing over 90 different religious and cultural groups. Now, we're coming into the future. So the role to safeguard, excuse me, and celebrate the important heritage of Rockwood Cemetery, which was also ensuring its validity and relevance to modern life. As a fascinating and ironic place, we believe a broader range of our community would find that Rockwood has much to offer, such as Rockwood General Cemetery was plans to cater a wider audience by establishing genealogy hubs, upgrading seminal venues, and much more. We look forward to honouring the past while adding new ways for people to engage with Rockwood in years ahead. And that is all about this history about Rockwood Cemetery. Yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry about a bit of this and a bit of that in it, but anyway. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't, put it down like that, because it doesn't really matter if you liked it or you didn't like it. And also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.